Okay, everybody, welcome to Behind the Scenes. And today is like a really rough day because it's an hour, we lost an hour. So it really is an hour behind. And even though it seems like so little time, I'm so off center. Like I could not get up this morning. I couldn't fall asleep last night. All those things that happen to babies when you have them, turns out old people too. It follows you later. Anyway, so I was really excited to have this topic because I think about sleep when I was a kid and a teenager with like I was a master at sleep. Like I could sleep until you woke and someone woke me. And now post menopause, like old, not happening so well. Really not happening. And really it is a constant conversation with my friends who are closer in my age than some of the people on this call. And we just shared like what did you try? Which drugs did you take? What homeopathic things did you try? And then we all jump all over it and report back didn't work. So anybody with suggestions, please put them in the chat. I'm open to anything. And also, so this week is National Sleep Week, as Kamira pointed out to us. And then Melissa, who is here today, yay, Melissa, pointed out that today is National Nap Day. And in that I win. I am a great power napper. So I have just been given permission by Melissa, and don't call me around 4 o'clock today. No one reach out to me because I am going to be doing a power nap. And now I'm going to pass this over to Jen because she has some really important information for us.
I have a PSA for you, everybody, today. It is not daylight savings time. It is daylight saving time. We're saving the daylight. It's not a bank. It's not, you can't, and it doesn't work like a bank. You can't put the sleep in and get it out later. Once you've lost it, it's gone forever. So that is my 2 cents on that today. Happy to be that annoying person who corrects you in your Facebook feed today. Yeah, sleep. I love sleep, and I am super duper cranky when I don't get it. Also super cranky when I don't get fed. So I might be a toddler. I'm not sure. But I find that this is true for everybody, but for some reason it is especially magnified for toddlers and for teens. And somebody once told me that toddlerhood is called recentering because like they were when they were toddlers, again, it's all about them. So they are, again, the center of everything. I think there's some people in life who maybe never leave the recentering phase. That's just, and maybe, again, it might be me. But yeah, there's something about teens and sleep that if they don't get it, woe betide you. So as much as I would like to rouse them at times when they were teens, I would have wanted to. Just like a sleeping baby, it was just better to let them to get that sleep in. So this is going to be a hard week for everybody. If it was hard to get your kid out of bed to go to school before, it's going to be hard for the whole rest of the week. I have no good news for you on that. It's like we suffer it every year, and every year there's this like feeling like, why did we do this again? And then it's beautiful at like 6 o'clock at night, and you're like, oh, this is why we did it, because we get it on the other side. So I guess just push through or take a nap like Sue. And now I know what time is Sue's magic nap time. I won't bother her. I also like a good nap every once in a while, but I have to set the timer for 20 minutes. Any more than 20 minutes, it's a total disaster. So that's just me. Kamira, what you got?
Well, I'm a mess today. I'm gonna blame it on daylight saving time because I wasn't even on mute. I wanted to mute. I am so distracted, y'all, because a bird just flew into my window. I don't even know how that happened because I just had a discussion with someone about how filthy our windows are. She literally thought I had screens in my windows, and I don't. They're just dirty. So I don't know what that bird clearly needed an optometrist. And now I'm scared to look down at the window is right above our porch roof, and I'm scared to look down to see if the bird is on the roof, but I will after this call. Now, all of you guys know that we do not edit these because we would have edited that.
Kamira, I will tell you, don't look down because we have this one window in our family room. Oh, and it's a lot of times cardinals. Don't look. I've picked up more and dead birds. Oh my gosh. I guess we need those little. Anyways, don't look down. I'm sorry. I'm going to be sexist. That's a man's job. Sorry.
Yes.
Wait, did anybody watch I think it was The Good Wife or The Good Fight. One of those had a woman in an office where the birds just kept hitting the window and dying.
Oh.
It was so disturbing.
I don't want that to be my life. Okay, sleep. Sleep is my superpower. I am good at it. I like it. If I get enough, I am such a good person. If I don't get enough, I am like Jen. I am a toddler. I need my sleep. I need my food on schedule. A sign of maturity in my life is when I figured that out and then could communicate it to people ahead of time. You know what? We probably need to stop for food within the next 40 minutes or you're not going to like me, or I really can't stay here any longer. I need to go to sleep. But I've always slept well. I can sleep standing up. I can just fall asleep. The 3 times it didn't work out and really bothered me, the late stage of pregnancy, when you just can't get comfortable enough to sleep. And I was like in the wing chair trying to corner myself so I could fall asleep. And I thought it would get better, but then you have a newborn. So then you can't sleep either because you have a newborn, and everything finally gets better and the kids are growing up and you finally get sleep again. So you think, but they start going out. So you can't get sleep. But then COVID happened and everybody was home and I finally could sleep. It was wonderful. And then menopause happened and I couldn't sleep again. Sleep and I are doing this dance and I don't like it because I'm not good. I don't know the steps to the dance. So if anybody has any recommendations, I would love it because I love to sleep. I am a good sleeper. I don't normally need pills or anything like that. So anything, please. And I can heal a lot of
dark and cool. I need the room super dark and much cooler than you think. Those are my 2 tips.
You know what I've been doing? So I get the room a comfortable, a cooler temperature, and then I have this really heavy wool blanket from Mexico, a girl's trip to Mexico long ago, before I even knew my husband. And I put that on top of the comforter, and it just weights me down like these weighted blankets everyone's selling, and I can fall asleep. And somewhere in the middle of the night, I kick it off, and I'm good. I'm going to send it. We're going across, so I'm going to send it to Melissa.
Goodness. Ooh, I wish I could sleep. I normally don't fall asleep until like 3:30 in the morning. And it might be because I have chronic pain. So like the pain is keeping me up. And then if I take a nap in the afternoon, it is going to be a 4-hour nap. It will not be 20 minutes. I'm freezing at night. So sometimes I'm wearing like 4 layers, like 2 shirts and 2 sweatshirts and then 2 comforters on top of that. So I don't know what's going on with my system, but like, I think I've been like this forever. And I went through a period of really stressing about it because everyone else goes to bed at like 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night. And I'm here at 3:30 in the morning posting on Instagram. And yeah, but I've been like this for as long as I can remember. Even in high school, I was like this as a teenager. So that's just my body, the way I work. And my kids sometimes are the same way. So instead of yelling at them for being, go to bed, I just have to realize we all have our own body clock and I got to respect it. And as long as they're functioning, I'm going like this because I have them both home right now. They're over there. As long as they're both functioning, then I think we're doing well.
One of them had the same issue last night.
Oh yeah, one of them couldn't sleep last night. She just popped her head in. All right, I'm gonna throw it down to Dee.
Hello, good morning. So I love sleep. I can sleep anywhere. Oh my gosh, anywhere. I've been this way all my life and I love my sleep. Now, if I sleep too much, I don't know if you guys, girls, experience this. If I sleep too much, I start having weird, crazy dreams. So anything over 8 hours, especially if I get closer to 9, I'm going to start having crazy dreams. I love power naps, so I can totally relate to Kamara and Jen. Mindy, I can have a 4-hour nap. Jen, I can have a 20-minute nap. It's all good for me. I love it. Sue, you talked about menopause. So I don't know where I stand because it's so weird. I keep asking my friends, well, when is it? But I'm 51 and I think I'm getting close because this is all I wear. Short sleeve shirts, thin. They have to be I have to have all kinds of air pockets. So this is my jam. I have to stay cool. And so Melissa talked about she's always cold at night. Well, the room has to be, like Jen said, dark and cold. And sometimes this might be TMI, but sometimes I'll just strip because I really want to be really, really comfortable. So love sleep, love it cool. I can never get too much, but if I get too much, I start having those crazy dreams. And I am going to pass it to Jess, my buddy, Jess.
I was about to say, like, I don't think I like, even if you're pointing the wrong way, that's Eka, but no, I guess it's my turn. I just want to ask by a show of hands, did you actually know that daylight savings was on Sunday? I just want to know if I was the only person that had no idea. Okay, it wasn't just me, but I'm still in the minority. I woke up on Sunday and I'm like, oh, this is my normal time to wake up, and then I like look at my phone and I'm just so confused. I'm a pretty good sleeper as long as it's quiet and dark. I think over time I've slowly gotten way more particular. So I remember stories from when I was like 12 and I fell asleep like upside down on a friend's rocking chair during a sleepover, and they're like, she's the only one that knows the cheat code for The Sims. Somebody has to wake her up, and it was a lost cause. And now I'm at that stage where I'm like, if I hear anyone in the house talking, I will go postal. But yeah, I don't know. Daylight savings always throws me off, especially when I used to. Because throughout most of my teen years, I worked at my Sunday school, which, was on Sunday. And if you forget that daylight savings is happening and you wake up on that Sunday with all of your clocks wrong, you're going to show up late. But on the bright side, all of the kids showed up late too. So it ended up working out. I'm trying to think. I think Eka and Sharon haven't gone, right? So I'm gonna let's go up to Sharon first. Oh, and Mindy hasn't gone.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. Okay. So I did actually sleep through most of my kids leaving the house for school this morning. So that, I will say, is a benefit of having older kids, because I got my hour back, I guess. I don't know what, they're going to be exhausted because they had to get up, but I guess I'm good. But I would not say I'm a champion. I love sleep, but I'm not a champ like Kamira and Dee are bragging about, and Jen, right? I feel like once I passed 40, it became like this game where everything had to be balanced in a certain way. Like my husband and I would start asking each other in the morning, how did you sleep? And the kids would ask us, why do you say that? Why are you asking how you slept? And then it became the mattresses. I wanted hard. He wanted soft. We both have our sleep masks. At some point, it became an issue if you had, more than one glass of wine. There's the 4 o'clock wake up, feeling all hot and like not being able to get right back to sleep. And I just feel like it's such a delicate thing now, much more than it used to be. I wonder if you guys ever saw that meme that was going around at some point. It said, all those times when I was a preschooler and didn't want to nap, I totally take that back. So I take all the naps now. I usually don't nap just because I feel like I have other stuff going on, but maybe I should take one today, Melissa, if today is the nap day. I'll pass it over to you, Mindy.
Thank you, Sharon. I don't know about anyone else, but with daylight saving, Jen, I for 3 days will be like, well, it's 10, but it's really 9. Well, like the whole week. And I drive my husband crazy. He's like, stop, it's 10, not 9. So that's my daylight saving thing.
I have to agree with your husband, Mindy.
But
I
also,
ban that talk in my house. I'm like, nope, it is done. We are on new time. Don't talk about old time. I'm
Okay, you
sorry.
know what? I agree with Mindy because I call it regular time and body time. So
Okay.
it'll be like 10 o'clock and I'm like, no, it's 9 o'clock body time. And my husband's like, no, there's one time. And I was like, no, there's time and there's body time.
and also Sharon, my husband and I, oh my gosh, same thing. And we always say we're so old. First thing we say is, how'd you sleep? Oh, you didn't sleep. Oh, why kept you? Oh, when, oh gosh. But I, like everyone else, love sleep, love to eat. You don't get the hangries and the tiredness. But one thing, Sue, I'll go with the opposite of what people are saying. Don't nap. Like to me, I never nap. I rarely have problems going to sleep unless it's stress. But I'm a firm believer, which is why I was a little late to the thing, is working out. And of course, it's really only 10. So, no, anyway, I'm really not late because it was really only 9:30 on my body clock. But I'm a firm believer in working out and not napping and then reading before I go to bed. Those are my secrets. And rarely, unless, it's kid stuff or I'm waiting up or there's a lot of noise, do I have sleep? So power through the day so that you're tired at night and you can sleep. And the only other natural thing I will say is, or natural, nature, whatever, healthy is, I read once, I don't know if it's true, I fortunately don't need it, but a banana is nature's sleeping pill. So rather than a pill, this is what I heard. I don't know, maybe it's psychological, but a banana is nature's sleeping pill. So maybe a banana an hour before you go to bed. So anyways,
But I don't like bananas, Mindy. I don't like them. I just realized years ago that I've been eating bananas because they're supposed to be good for you and I wanted my kids to eat them. And all of a sudden one day I was like, but wait, I don't like bananas. I'm done. I'm out. No more bananas. I'm not eating them.
Warm milk?
You can't make me.
Warm milk. Anyway, that's so that's my story. And at 10:46, but really 9:46, I'll pass it to Eka. Because you're on the same time as I am.
Body time. Okay, so I'm listening to all you guys and I'm like, when did this become an issue? Like, when did we start talking about sleeping? I remember when I was in college, my roommate used to say to me, you don't sleep. You actually, it's almost like pseudo death with you. Like you're just out, and I don't know when it became this issue where like there must be a certain temperature and blah, 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 all of that. And how'd you sleep? Did you have enough pillows? Now my new thing is my physical therapist says I have to sleep with a pillow between my knees to keep my hips aligned. I mean, I was like, seriously? I'm thinking like I used to do pseudo death and now I have to sleep with 117 pillows. But I will turn it back about stories about kids. When my first daughter was born, I was the talk and the envy of the play group because she was sleeping through the night like 7 hours when she was 9 days old. And I was like, look at me, I got a kid who sleeps, everybody else is exhausted. And she, 9 days old, slept 8 hours, 7 hours, and never went back. Fast forward to the teen years. Can't get the kid out of bed for nothing. I mean, that whole sleep thing, fighting with her, like we were ready to dump buckets of water on her face, the whole thing. So as much as I was so proud of myself, because like it was all me who made her sleep, 8 hours, boy, that did not work out well as she got older. And she just was a sleeper. So that's how that kicked me in the butt later on. So I see we have somebody asked a question. If someone wants to bring that up on the screen. No, nobody can. Okay.
Nope. I'm going to guess it's a spammer.
Okay. Well, that's all I've got. Sue, we have some stuff to talk about, right? Kamira and Sue?
Yeah, we do. I am first going to just mention that, I love music, but when I know all the words to a song, I don't know what the words are saying. Like it's just the music itself is what moves me, and the lyrics, I don't even, if you ask me what a song is about, I don't know. So Jen saying today that it was daylight saving instead of daylight savings, all of a sudden I understand what that means. Because I thought it was like a phrase that meant nothing. Like I didn't even pay attention to it. But we're saving daylight. Like, oh my God, what big news. Okay, Kamira, tell us about tomorrow.
Okay. Do any of you have this issue? It doesn't happen every night anymore. It used to happen every night. Wake up at the last breastfeeding that my last kid had. It was the last time I would wake up in the middle of the night. It was about 3 o'clock in the morning, and my body for years would still just wake up. I'll wake up, look at the clock, and roll back over. I'm the only one. Okay, fine. Tomorrow we have Craig Meister. He's going to be talking about alternatives to college. I know we're spending a lot of time talking about college because we're in the midst of destination college. But college is not for everyone, or college immediately is not for everyone. So tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time, we're going to talk about alternatives to college.
And maybe
Okay,
Jessica
and
could put the link in for, we should put the link in for Destination College because there is still time to sign up for that. And then also everybody knows how to find Kamira at 10:30, right? Tomorrow. Did we say that?
Right here.
Sometimes my brain goes to sleep while we're talking because I'm still tired. So I'm like, wait, did we say all the important things? I forgot.
Okay, and tomorrow night we have Sylvia Borgo and Loren Carter, both really gifted in the college admission space. And we're going to be talking about how do you find the right fit? I mean, I think that's the very biggest question. So it's going to be stellar. Don't miss it. Sign up. The link is in the comments. And then I wanted to say that, first of all, Mindy, your comment about sleeping well, unless there's some stress, leads me to believe that you and I do not have the same level of stress, because that's me every night. Every night, like the perseverating worries are racing through my brain as soon as I put my head down on the pillow. So
Can I give you one other hint then, Sue, along that line?
Yes.
I read somewhere, maybe it was on your team thing, I can't remember. Our brains can only think of one thing. Like we can only truly be thinking of one thing. So when that happens to me, I flip it and I think of my happy place. I make something up in my head, like, oh, my dream would be to, and I force myself to think of that. So your brain can only think of one thing. So if you focus on that one happy thing, look at me, I could be a sleep therapist.
I was just thinking, you're going to be our next sleep therapist.
Watch, I won't sleep tonight, and I'm going to be really angry at you guys because I'm jinxing myself. But anyway,
here's what all those dream seeds.
I want to say that Dan is a terrible sleeper. He's always been a terrible sleeper. And then he was also a resident where he didn't sleep and a surgeon where he didn't get to sleep. And I was always a great sleeper. So when one of us travels without the other, we check in every day about our sleep, because that's apparently what old people do. And when I am not in bed with him, I sleep like a baby. And when he's not in bed with me, he has the same terrible sleep. So what does that say about us? And what do we do moving forward? It's a very bad story. And then my last thing I want to point out is that social media catches us. Like you wake up at 3 a.m. and you post something, or you even an email, and people go like, whoa, bad night's sleep. It's like, oh, shoot. I didn't really want everyone to know that I was up at 3 a.m. Anyway, so Melissa, I think of you as you are getting work done in the middle of the night, and everyone the next day knows, right? Okay, well, this was fun for us. We had some serious topics, and rightfully so. A few people pointed out that there's enough serious going on in the world right now. And so we hope we added a little bit of laughter for you today. And we all, of course, are hoping for a very speedy resolution to a war going on right now. And on that note, we wish you all a great week, and thank you for joining us.